Hello everyone, Philip Galinsky from Samba New York here, and in this tutorial I will be teaching you another Partido-Alto pattern that we can play on the Caixa em Cima, the Caixa above. This is more of an advanced lesson, just like the last one, Partido-Alto 1. This one is going to be Partido-Alto 2. So if you're new to the Kaisha, definitely check out the other videos on the Kaisha that I posted previously to the channel. If you're new to stick technique in general, definitely check out the stick technique playlist first, okay? And before attempting to play Kaisha em Cima, make sure that you have watched the video in which I demonstrate the two different, or at least two of the main ways of holding or positioning the Kaisha in the Samba School Bateria. Em baixo, which is below in a strap, and em cima, which is above like this, okay? So this pattern that I'm going to teach you in this tutorial, I've arbitrarily called Partido-Alto 2, okay? And it's actually, in my experience, not as common as Partido-Alto 1 is, at least in real Samba School Baterias. But in the original Partido-Alto, when it's being played on the pandeiro, it's super common. And in fact, I have taught it on the channel here in a video entitled A Basic Pattern for Samba on the Pandeiro, Partido-Alto A1. Okay, don't be confused by the difference in terminology. When I'm teaching the Partido-Alto patterns on the pandeiro, I wanted to make a broad distinction between two families of Partido-Alto rhythms that are played on the pandeiro, Partido-Alto A, Partido-Alto B. But when I adapt these rhythms to the Kaisha, I just call them Partido-Alto 1, Partido-Alto 2, Partido-Alto 3, etc. Okay? So this particular rhythm that I'm calling Partido-Alto A1 on the pandeiro goes like this. This is what I call Partido-Alto A1 on the pandeiro. We can also play it, we can play it many different ways, but another way we can play it is 3, 4, and. Okay, and it's this version of this Partido-Alto pattern that we're going to translate directly to the Kaisha. So let me now teach you this pattern, which I'm calling Partido-Alto 2 on the Kaisha em Cima, okay? So we're going to take all the thumb strokes and we're going to play them right below the strings. And we're going to take all the slaps and we're going to play them lower down on the head, either just on the head or as rim shots where we hit the head and the rim at the same time, okay? On the practice pad, I'm gonna play them just lower on the head, but when we get to the actual Kaisha, I'll show them as rim shots, okay? So this is a symmetrical pattern. It just goes 1E, a 2, and 3, and 4E, a 1, where beats 1 and 4 are identical and beats 2 and 3 are identical, okay? So beats 1 and 4 are just 1E, a, or 4E, a. Beats 2 and 3 are just 2 and, or 3 and, okay? So let's fill in the pattern with the left hand, which as before with Partido-Alto 1, we're just gonna fill in all the notes with unaccented notes, fill in all the subdivisions, the empty subdivisions with unaccented notes. But they're not ghost notes. They need to be quite audible, but they're not accented, okay? And as before, I'm going to be playing all the right-hand notes at an equal volume, okay? When we get to the actual Kaisha, we want to make sure, as before, not to accent the rim shots louder than the notes on the head, all right? If we play the rim shots, all right? So let's play this pattern, Partido-Alto 2, one time through, and then a measure of rest, and we'll just loop that two-measure pattern. 3 E and a, 4 E and a. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Okay, now let's play it continuously at this tempo. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I ended with the virada there. Let's play this Partido-Alto 2 at a faster tempo now. And an even faster tempo. 1, 2, 3, 4, and. Okay, now let's play this pattern on the actual Kaisha. Okay, so I have this beautiful Caixa by Contemporânea. I'm going to play it in Cima, like so. Okay, so now I'm going to play all the lower notes as rim shots, but as before, I would suggest making sure that you don't play the rim shots louder than the notes on the head. Okay, so let's play at a slower tempo first. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a.